Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from My Dear Charlie, and I'm back with you today to share with you this beautiful little kit from Banya at SS Digital Studio. This time we'll be making a little Christmas mini journal. I'll just quickly give you the measurements of this one. So it's 3.5 inches from top to bottom, and it is 2.5 inches across. This is quite a large kit. There's more pages in this than the mini journals. So why don't you sit back, I'll give you a quick look through, and then that will be followed by a full step-by-step tutorial. So here we go.
Come on in, come on up, come on over for the merriest time of year. Come on up, come on in, get together for a good time. Smile, my dear. Come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be dancing round the tree. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. So take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late. So take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late. Come on in, come on up, come on over. It's the friendliest time of year. Come on up, come on in, nothing better than to give the gift of cheer. So come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be singing all them songs. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba ba da. Ba 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 da ba ba. Yeah, ba 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 ba. Come on in, come on in, get together. Come on in, come on in, nothing better. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3.
So before we make the journal, we'll have a quick look at how these pages print out. There are 6 pages in total with all of the pages on them. So that's the first one, second one, third, fourth, love this little guy here, fifth, I love these lined and blank pages, and the sixth, more lined and blank pages. Then we've got a sheet with plenty of ephemera on it. You've got tags, you've got pockets, and that is the cover. This cover and tags I've printed onto a thick cardstock at 300 GSM, which is about 160 pounds. And same with this ephemera and little pockets here. There's more pockets, heaps of tags. So that's on the thicker cardstock as well. Then you've got the envelopes, and you've got the little My Dear Santa and the My Wish List, and then these that you can fussy cut around and add to your journal. And then there's two larger pages which I haven't used in the journal. But you've got this gorgeous one. It's a beautiful subtle neutral page. Just says let it snow. And then this beautiful one in the gorgeous red with a bit of fading and stuff. It just looks beautiful. I will be using this in another journal, which I will let you know when that video is up. So I'll just put these back together and then we'll get started on making it. Okay, so let's get going. First, what we're going to do is cut out all of these pages. I'll do this one for you in normal speed, but then when I get to the next ones, I'll be kind and I'll speed them up nicely for you. So what we're going to do is just trim off the edges, like so. You can use your trimmer for this, a rotary trimmer or one with a blade on it, whatever's easiest for you. But I just find I get a straighter cut if I use my craft knife and my trusty straight edge. I say that as I fiddle-faddle around getting that straight. Now on the right hand side of the page, I'm not going to trim all of the white off. I'm going to leave, look, probably, I'm not sure if that's half an inch. Maybe we'll go a little bit less. It's not going to matter because you're not going to see it, but it's just going to help put it all together. As this will be like an accordion style, all these pages will be glued back to back. Okay, so that's the first one done. So I'll get the next ones done and then I'll get into how we're going to glue it all together.
A sunny day, but it's cold outside. It tingles in my heart. Breathing air that clears my mind. I'm off for a good start. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love.
Okay, so now that I've got all the edges cut off these, what I am going to do is get my scoreboard, grab that, and I'm just going to score lightly down this center crease here. So that looks about, it might be a little bit off. I might just move it over to here. It's just a very light score. And then I'm also going to score, let's move that one over too, down the very edge of here, and you'll see why when we get to that.
It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why.
Okay, so now all the scoring's done. We are now going to cut them down this way because these ones need to be separated down the center. So I will do that.
Like I'm forever young. And that's why I want to sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day.
Okay, so these are all cut. Now the scoring that I did do, you don't need to do that. You can just fold it. I was just trying to make it a bit easier on myself, which I really didn't need to. Well, I do want to fold the middle this way, and because you've got this extra bit, it would be hard to sort of guess exactly where where that halfway mark is. But doing it this way, I should be right. And then what we want to do is fold that up that way. And same with the other side. So what I'm going to do is fold that little bit over here, which is going to form a tab that's going to help us join it together all beautiful and straight. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to have our pages. So they'll be double thickness. This is printed onto 100 GSM digital paper, which I think is around 50-ish pounds. It's just hard with all the different weights, but we can work that as we go. So I'll just keep folding.
I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. I'm walking around making small talk with people that pass me by. I share a laugh, it gives me joy that everyone's having a good time. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I want to sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again.
Okay, so everything's all folded down. And what I'm going to need to do is get them in some kind of order of how we would like to put this journal together. So I'll be back in a minute with them in order and we can do the next step. So now they're all in order, and what we're going to do is start joining them all together. So this is going to be the front page when you open it, and then so on down the list. So what we're going to do is we're just going to trim the corners off these, and we can just do it as we go. So you just want to trim those off. And then we can start getting all the pages joined together. I'm just going to pop it on a bit of wax paper, and today I'm actually going to use a glue stick, which is, in all honesty, something I haven't used since my boys were at school, and that's been a while now. This is a Clag triangle stick. So it's good because it's got the straighter edges, so I thought, oh, maybe I'll have a bit more luck with that. Running it down the edges and not getting it everywhere. Oh gee, getting a lot on the wax paper. Anyway, see how we go. I'm usually a wet glue kind of crafter, but I thought I'll give this a go this time. So what we'll do is I'll grab the next sheet and trim those corners off. Like I said, we'll do this as we go along. And then we can fold that, well, we can put this on first, and this will help us get a really nice straight line when we join them all together. So if we fold that over, you can see I'm a bit off here. My cutting might be a bit off, more to the point. And yes, I can see a bit up there where I'm a bit off with the cutting, but I can fix that up. We can trim that up. Okay, so we can line that up, and then that will make for a nice straight finish, which I will trim that off. I'll do that as I go. Happens from time to time. Don't put the ruler down quite straight. And that's fixed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep moving along, and oh, I didn't glue that very well, did I? Maybe I should use wet glue. Maybe glue stick isn't really my friend. I just thought using the thinner paper. Oh, no, there we go, that'll fix that. Okay, so I'm just going to keep moving along.
My winter wonderland. No, it's the time of year, winter wonderland. My winter wonderland is the time of year. My winter wonderland, my winter wonderland. I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. My winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland.
Okay, so now we're on to the last one, and this one we can actually cut that end piece off, because that is going to join directly to the inside of the journal cover. So we won't need that one. Okay, so I'll just get all those little scrappy bits out of the way. And let's glue this piece here. Seriously, I think I'm getting more on the wax paper than I am on these little tabs. Maybe the little round ones are better. Or maybe it's just better on a bigger surface. We'll see how we go gluing the rest. Okay, they're all now glued together, so we can, oh, I can't fall far, we can fold it all up. Get them all nice squeezed together. And there we have our nice little text block. So, more gluing involved, of course, otherwise if you bind that it's all just going to spring out everywhere. So what we need to do now, apart from these end pieces, we need to glue all of these pages together. So I'm going to get a start on that right now.
The city is covered in snow tonight. Where did my love go? Santa, I'm waiting for him, but he's nowhere in sight. And all of the presents are still by the tree. They don't mean a thing till he's here with me. If you know where he is, please give him a ride. And
Okay, here we are, lucky last. Thank goodness for that. I have certainly discovered that I am definitely not an expert with the old glue stick, which I did just drop on the ground. I'm sure my 6-year-old grandson would have done an amazing job of this. But, well, he's not here, so I can't call on his expertise. But I'm sure at the end of the day, once it's all put together, no one sees the glue, so we should be right. Okay, we'll give that a burnish. Put it over that way. Put a burnish here as well. And there we go. There is our little text block, all glued and all ready for its cover. Wonder how many of these pages I've glued together. So far so good. And that is a really sweet little journal actually. It's going to look really nice when it's got its embellishments in there. So what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it in my book press because I'm lucky that I have one. But I would probably recommend putting it under something heavy just until it's all dry, and that'll just make it nice and flat and easy to bind into the cover when we get to that. So I'll be back shortly once that's had a bit of time to press and a bit of time to dry, and we can move on with the next process. Okay, so the text block is now ready to go into its cover. It's all adhered really well. So I think what we should do now is move ahead and do that. I have already decorated my cover, as you can see. All I've done is I've put a bit of gold metallic paint around the edges, and I've left that pattern visible. Underneath here, well, there's a bit of eyelash trim. That's a bit of muslin that I had printed left over from another project, which I just absolutely love. It's got a beautiful grungy kind of damask pattern on it. So I used a bit of that on there. And then I popped on the gorgeous little squirrel out of the kit. That was off one of the little journal cards. So I've just fussy cut him out. These leaves and these berries here are from a Stamping Up stamp set. I do not recall the name. I'm so sorry. I know it's one I've had for at least a couple of years. And then I've put some ribbon so we can tie it close. So all I did was I measured so they're in the same spot, cut some little slits, threaded it through, and I've glued that down. I do have a couple of little things to stick on the back when I'm finished. So I have decided that I do not like glue sticks, not my friend at all. So I'm going to go back to some wet glue. Because this is only small, I'm just going to use the art glitter glue. I really like this glue, it adheres really well. So let's get going on that.
Wait here by the candlelight.
And then what I do is I just stand it up in the cover, put the spine against the edge there, and then I'm going to close that. So perfect. I'll open that up and we'll give that a burnish. Okay, so there we go, front cover's on. Now we're just going to do the exact same thing for the back cover.
Love is all I need.
And we're going to close that. Make sure that it's pushed nicely into the spine. And I thought that might have been the case. I've got a bit too much cover on the back, but I can still trim that off, so that's not a problem. So what I'll do, I'll burnish that on. Move that ribbon out the way so I don't slice it off. That would be a tad annoying. Going to line it up with the edge of the page, and there's my craft knife. Just going to cut that off. So I might have to go around with a bit more gold paint, but that's okay, that's an easy fix. And I may have, no, that's all good. Put that in the bin, move that out the way. And there you go, there's our little book, all in its cover. Like I said, I just put the ribbon tie on because I thought it's the easiest way to keep it closed. Super cute. I really like that. Like I said, I'll just have to go around with a little bit more gold paint here because I just sliced some of it off, but that's, yeah, like I said, easy fix. So what I'm going to do now is pop in the ephemera that I have all completed and organized. So I have cut my tags and cut my little journal cards and prepared my little pockets. So and I'll just make sure these are nice and burnished. I wouldn't ordinarily use the really thick cardstock for the pockets. It's just I used it because I wanted the thick cardstock for the cover. So hence, yes, it is thicker.
And my love I can guarantee. So please Santa, bring back my love tonight. Hey, Santa, sleigh bells ringing and my friends by my side, but it's not the same. Santa, I'm smiling but feeling empty inside, 'cause all of the presents are still by the tree. They don't mean a thing till he's here with me. If you know where he is, please give him a ride.
I didn't put too much of the ephemera in this one because the spine is quite tight. As you can see, just putting those bits in, it's filled it. I think it's filled it quite nicely. I will be sharing with you another journal in the next few days using this same kit, but it will be a sewn journal, so the signatures will be sewn in, they won't be glued in, and we'll be able to put a lot more ephemera in it, so keep your eyes open for that one. If you are subscribed to my channel, you should get a notification that that's up and ready to go. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you would like to see anything else that I am working on, maybe subscribe and then you will get the notification. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned in the next few days or so. Like I said, I will have another one using this same kit, but it will have the sewn in signatures. If you're new to sewing in the signatures, there will be a full tutorial on that also. So yeah, enjoy, get creative. If you're part of Banya's Facebook group, be sure to share your creations because we all love to see them. And until I see you again, take care. Bye.